Welcome back, Nerglings. So, building a Realms of Chaos army. Now, this is going to be fun because this is something that I've really wanted to do for quite a while now, and it's been sort of in my mind to do probably for about a year now. So I figured, it being the 25-year anniversary of me starting collecting miniatures, now was the perfect time to start this project. And it is a bit of a project, I've got to say. So what I'm going to do is attempt to recreate a Realms of Chaos sort of feel from a lot of old models, but with sort of maybe my new sort of painting techniques and everything, and you know, give them a bit of a sort of a Nergling feel to the models. So what I've got in front of you here is my sort of fledgling Realms of Chaos army. So what have we got? Well, we've got Chaos Warriors over here in the top left. Now these are all pre-slaughter, so they've got an integral base, which means that they look a lot like this. So as you can see, once it zooms in, they come on a sort of a splatty, strange splodge of a base, and really you can't rank models up like this, and because they're quite old and 2D, they have a bit of a knack of falling over. So what I've gone and done is I've mounted all of these guys in some new EM4 miniatures bases. So basically these are slightly lower than normal bases. They sit inside the base rather than on top of the base. So that allows me to put the pre-slaughter base down into the base, and then I can flock and sort of put stuff over the top of it and make it nice and sort of level. So that's what I've done with the Chaos Warriors. Now you can see that I've done a few of them, and in the next video I'll probably be going into a little bit more detail about what they are, where they come from, and what I'm going to be doing with them. So what else have we got? We've got some more Chaos Warriors here, so same detail there. In the front here we've got some, I think they're Ralpatha Europe Imperium Knights. So these guys are just a whole group of knights, and they've got an Essex Miniatures standard bearer with them, and he's a bit of an interesting character, so we'll just have a brief look at him. And he is sort of I guess he's a beastman because he's got a pig head, and he's riding a pony rather than a horse, so that's kind of a goofy, fun model. And he goes there. So what else have we got? Okay, as you can see at the back here, we've got some giant Minotaurs. Now these are my favourite Minotaur models that have ever been produced. They're from Midlam Miniatures, and they just look fantastic. We'll go into those in a little bit more detail in another video. Okay, so what have we got sort of festering around at the back here? We've got some interesting little models. They are a strange sort of witch with a bunch of like strange witch with some sort of weird children. So that's a bit fun, a bit different, very chaotic, very strange looking, and she's got some nice strange mutated feet there. Again, we'll go into those in a bit more detail in another video. What else have we got? We've got a Chaos baggage train. Now the baggage train concept was very sort of old school, and you don't really see them around anymore. And basically what it is a sort of a train of sort of beasts of burden and sort of mutated sort of freaks and stuff that follow the army around and just scoop up all of the loot and all of the captives and victims, I suppose, for the army. So I've got a little baggage train here with a couple of beasts of burden over here. So we'll be going into those in another video as well. What else have we got? Well, we've got a Chaos Champion right in the middle there, and he is a Pantheon of Chaos character. So the Pantheon of Chaos was a Kickstarter that began, I think, maybe about a year ago now. Off the top of my head, I think it's about a year ago. And they It's some fantastic sculpts, some really, really nice work, and this was sort of a bonus model for the Pantheon of Chaos. So he's quite a classic sort of style model, and he's based on the front cover of the old Warhammer Fantasy Battle rulebook, I believe. So I'm going to be giving him hopefully a nice paint job. And then finally, for this sort of group, we've got a Minotaur standard bearer, which is pretty interesting. I sort of wanted to base him on a old John Blanche miniature that I've found online, and I've seen it in numerous White Dwarfs from quite a long time ago, and it was a fantastic conversion, and I just wanted to sort of do my own version, I suppose. So that's what I've got so far, and now I've actually got, you know, piles and piles of other stuff, including, let's see, I've got 3 regiments of Beastmen. I've got a regiment of Chaos Dwarfs. I've got, let me see, some Sorcerers and Bray Shaman. So for the Beastmen, I've got a Shaman to lead them. And I think I've got some Thugs as well. So yeah, I've got some Thugs. So that's all going to be sort of elaborated on more in some following videos over the next few days. So stay tuned. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe, and thanks very much for watching. Peace.